For 18 incredible years, Chequered Flag has been serving up a feast of the best speedway entertainment in Australia. The stars and their cars, the handlebar heroes, the major events. If it happens in national dirt track racing, this is where you'll see it. Today, on the all-new series of Chequered Flag, we present exclusive coverage of the 2012 Australian Speedway Sidecar Championship from Kurri Kurri in New South Wales. The dirt track gladiators are here. The world's best riders and their unbelievably brave passengers are striving for the sport's holy grail. Our coverage supported by Motorcycling New South Wales, Rams Heads, Rising Sun Honda and Cleve Earthmoving. On Speed, welcome to another season of Horsepower Heaven on the one, the only Chequered Flag. Proudly presented by Valvoline Engine Armour.
Thanks for joining us on Speed right around Australia. Overcast but fine conditions prevailing at Kurri Kurri as we welcome you to our exclusive coverage of the Australian Speedway Sidecar Championship. Nice to have you with us for what is the commencement of our 18th series of Chequered Flag right here on Speed. What an event coming your way. All of the best riders in the world taking part tonight. One of them now joins me trackside as local favourite Grant Bond. Bit of pressure on you tonight, mate.
Yeah, I guess there is, home crowd here cheering us on, but all we can do is try our hardest and hopefully it'll all turn out all right.
Tell me, in terms of the fact that the Australian title tonight is in real terms the first meeting of the new season, it's a bit different. We know the circumstances why, with Maryborough not happening back in May, but how difficult is it going to be to hit the top stride, straight out of the blocks as it were?
Yeah, well that's it. It's normally at the end of our season, so you've had a full season of racing, you get yourself sorted out, so it'll definitely be interesting. Hopefully it'll be all right for me. I don't do that many meetings a year, so hopefully it'll put the other blokes back where I am.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries, thank you.
There he is, Grant Bond. He'll prove pretty formidable competition tonight for many of the world's best riders. One of the major talking points here tonight is whether or not Darren Treloar can win his 6th Australian Championship.
There are 3 men who hold equal claim to winning the most Australian titles in Speedway sidecar racing. Dennis Nash, Glenn O'Brien and Darren Treloar. Treloar is hoping to break the deadlock at the 2012 Australian Championship. But by his own admission, the last few seasons haven't been that easy to claim Aussie title number 6.
I've had probably the last 3 or 4 years trying to get this number 6. It's not as hard as getting me first one. It seems to be a bit of a burden, but hopefully tonight, it's my local track and bike's good, everything's good tonight, so hopefully we can get that number 6.
A veteran of the sport with more than 25 years of experience, Sydney-born and based Treloar won his first Australian title 19 years ago at Darwin's Northline Speedway. He followed up with his second Australian title 2 years later in Newcastle, but his biggest run of success came in the mid-2000s with South Australian Justin Plaisted. Plaisted is now competing in his own right with Sam Harrison, but Treloar still holds his former passenger in the highest regard.
He's one of the best. He's definitely a good passenger and he's a good rider. He's shown that, He rode last season and he was always up in the pointy and, he goes really well. He's dedicated. He rode with me for 9 years and, we just toured the world and, what we did together was unbelievable for a sidecar team, the amount of meetings we used to do a year and where we went and, we had a lot of success and obviously Justin learnt a lot by doing that and he's putting it all in his own package now and going really well. The results are showing.
With Plaisted challenging Treloar for the 2012 Australian title, the latter has employed Victorian Simon Cohrs for passenger duties. And like Plaisted, Cohrs' respect for Treloar is high.
Look, I started racing 5 years ago and if you had, said to me I'd be racing with the world champion, I'd be like, oh yeah, get real, But I am now. It's a dream come true for me. What can I say? If hopefully my dream comes true tonight and fingers crossed everything goes our way and he plays a big part in Speedway and he's the best in the world. Everyone wants to knock you off, so if we win this, she'll be party time.
Glenn O'Brien, a long-time rival of Treloar, claimed his 5th Australian title in 2011 and was scheduled to challenge Darren at the original running of this event in Maryborough in May. the Western Australian has since retired from the sport, thus denying Treloar of a showdown, and this is something that's not lost on him.
I feel sorry for Glenn because he wanted to contest this, and obviously Maryborough got called off, and he couldn't. He announced he was going to retire after Maryborough, and he stuck to that. He's lost the desire to go racing, and I'd prefer him to be here, and both of us have a crack at it. And I've always liked racing Glenn. He's been a good competitor, and friends on and off the track, and it would have been good to fight it out with him.
Whilst Glenn O'Brien has retired from the sport, approaching the age of 50, Treloar still has time on his side to remain competitive and claim more Australian titles. But staying competitive is not getting any easier.
I don't know if I'll ever retire. I've done this since I was 16, and it's been my life, and I've met a lot of good people and got a lot of friends in Speedway, and I've toured around the world in Australia, and I've had a ball doing it. I think what I'll do, I'll be cutting back. I do a lot of meetings now, and for 6 months of the year I'm normally away every weekend racing, but I think I'll just support the local track and just have a casual ride here and there when I taper off. But as a professional or doing it week in, week out, I reckon this year will probably be the last at that, and then I'll start tapering off after that.
Whatever the outcome may be after this event, and this season for that matter, Darren Treloar's record has been permanently etched into the history books of Australian motorsport, with a legacy that many newcomers to the sport can aspire to in years to come.
And the only problem with Bond, he had 2 chances to make a gate then and couldn't do it either time. In this race, you can't afford that.
100%. Great comment from Rod Calhoun, who knows about the pressure of big occasions in speedway bike racing. Well, we take you right onto the start line. Grant Bond and Glenn Cox, you get an eyeful. Here's Scott Christopher and Tyler Moon, all the way from North Queensland, Townsville. The Rising Sun Honda. And what a bike it is, it's a weapon. Darrin Treloar Simon Cohrs blue. Inside team unbeaten tonight. Mick Headland and Paul Waters. Surely there'll be some justice in the world and they'll get their first Australian championship. But the big story here, can Darren win his 6th?
Yeah, gonna be, I don't like to say. And Headland has the gate that Bond failed to make it off, so I don't know what the surface is like there.
Here we go, the championship finale. The Australian title for 2012, Headland, good start on the inside, he'll lead. Christopher very aggressive, Darrin Treloar's out the back, and here's Grant Bond. The local stars up on the inside, they touch. Oh, Headland stops. Headland, I think, has blown an engine or something seriously has gone astray with that bike. We're now right on board with Christopher. They'll stop it. Headland can't get off the track. They'll stop it. So we've got huge drama here in the first lap of the championship.
Yeah, definitely mechanical. There was nothing untoward there. Something's gone wrong with the bike. It hasn't been an overly aggressive bump there. Things just locked up.
Yeah, I think that bike is dead set, just stopped.
Yeah, it might be terminal, this one.
Headland doesn't make mistakes like that. On board here, you can see Paul Waters. They were clear-cut leaders, and that's where it happens. They stop midway between turns 3 and 4, and their championship is over. That is devastating. Let's go downstairs.
Mick Headland, what happened, mate?
Mate's been getting a bit of a rattle up in the last couple of heats, and I think we've just done it. That's the end of it.
That is terrible. Like, you've had such a great run tonight, and you haven't even won an Australian title yet. It's so close.
Mate, yeah, that's life, isn't it? Yeah, next time.
He's always next to you, mate.
That's terrible. Your heart bleeds for Mick Headland and Paul Waters. That's motor racing though, Rod. Hero or heartbreak. The Valvoline Engine Armour race restart of the Australian Championship. So now there are 3. Bond the outside. Let's see how it pans out this time. Good even start. Christopher in the centre got away well. Treloar got a much better start this time. Here's Christopher on the outside, but no. Darren Treloar goes to the front. Is this going to be history? Will he win 6 championships, Rod, as we see Grant Bond coming through on the inside?
Yeah, if he does win, it's a wonderful first turn from Darren. Really, really bold move. Rode pretty much straight ahead. Pushed Christopher a little bit wide. and that's given him a little bit of breathing space.
This crowd is on its feet. What a duel here between Christopher and Bond. We take the onboard out of the Rising Sun Honda entry. That's second and third. Bond is third at the moment. Darrin Treloar and Simon Cohrs lead this one brilliantly down the back straight. Darrin Treloar the leader. In second place, Scott Christopher and Tyler Moon. And this looks to be the way it's going to finish. Look at that onboard shot. The helmet of Simon Cohrs.
Oh, that's just absolutely spectacular. Precision riding now from Treloar. It'll take an engine blow up to beat him from here. The experience and the skill of this guy, unbelievable.
Last lap, in fact, last corner as Bond gets up on the inside of Christopher. Darrin Treloar creates history. The first man to win 6 national championships. And you've seen it exclusively on Chequered Flag. Listen to Simon Cohrs. Great stuff. Treloar and Simon Cohrs, the champions of 2012. And Treloar again, another piece of history in what has been a magnificent career, Rod.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. You couldn't deny the guy the opportunity to win a 6th title. He just deserves it. He's been so professional for so long. Some sad stories throughout the night, but a very worthy winner nevertheless.
Darrin Treloar, Simon Cohrs, the victors. Bond and Cox second. That was a great ride again by Grant. Christopher and Tyler Moon third. And Headland and Paul Waters not completing the 4-lap journey after their engine blew up on lap number 1 of the first time of asking.
Yeah, as we all know, Grant's a lovely guy, and he rode a great race here as we watched just a great first corner from Darrin to push Scott Christopher wide. But away from this meeting, I'd like to think that Grant Bond will take the confidence to think that he can win one of these.
Yeah, good point. We brought you some wonderful onboard shots throughout our telecast tonight, and none better than that one, the helmet cam on Simon Cohrs. That is dramatic pictures, and doesn't it give you an idea of how hard they work on the handlebars, the riders? There was Bond slipping up to take second right on the line.